We're going to show you how to go from this
to this.
Hello everyone, my name is Hayward. I'm one of the head bakers here at The Big Bakes, and today I'm joined by Sunday Times best-selling author and baker, Jane from Jane's Patisserie.
Hello!
We're really excited today. We've got a fun one to show you. We've collaborated to make this Funfetti Candyland cake.
And we're going to show you how to make it in 5 easy and simple steps. So let's get baking. Step 1 is how to ice and fill the Funfetti sponges. So here we have the lovely, delicious buttercream that has been made earlier. So I'm just going to start from the middle and then just do a little sort of spin just to get enough buttercream in the middle for each one. And then I'm probably just going to add a little angled spatula and just smooth it over to make sure it's all even between the layers. So with this bit, when you're filling the cake, you can do as much or as little buttercream as you want, but obviously too much could make it overflow. So I tend to do a little bit like this. So at this point we have all of the sponges filled and stacked. What would you recommend doing?
So from this stage, I would definitely recommend a crumb coat. So that's essentially just a thin layer of buttercream just around the outside and the top, just to lock in those crumbs and stop them from transferring to our final layer. So we've got a nice pristine final layer. I'm just going to apply a thin layer of buttercream going all the way up.
It's just really satisfying watching it.
It's actually really satisfying, yeah.
That looks good, and we're nearly at the top.
So then for this stage, I'm just going to go around and sort of smooth it. And then I'm going to go in with my cake smoother and just hold it at about a 90-degree or 45-degree angle to the cake. And then just gentle, consistent pressure as I go around. And then what I'm doing now is just scraping in some of the buttercream that has sort of crowned at the top there, just to cover the top of the cake.
Looks amazing.
Okay, now that we've done our crumb coat, ideally you can chill it in the fridge or freezer if you're short on time, and that's just to firm up the buttercream for the second layer that we've got to go on. But if you don't have time, you can literally just go on with a thicker layer, quite a thick layer, and then just smooth it around. Yes. So that's what we're going to do now.
Yeah, so I thought I would pipe on the buttercream a little bit thicker than we did before, and then you can do the smoothing.
Yes.
Perfect.
So again, at that same angle that we were going with before, and we want to do not too firm pressure because we don't want to scrape it all off. We're essentially just going for that smooth finish.
Yeah, definitely looks smooth already. It looks
We've done a good job. We have. We make a good team. Okay, step 2 is making the perfect drip. And to do that, we have
some white chocolate, which we're going to melt down on a really low heat so it's nice and smooth, and then we're going to colour it a lovely bright pink colour because it contrasts really, really well against the cake.
I agree.
So now that the drip is ready, we're just going to pour it into our piping bag so it's ready to drip around the cake, making it nice and easy to drip.
Now what we're going to do is apply our lovely drip. So Jane is just angling the piping bag just to the corner of the cake and applying gentle pressure as she works her way around. So the trick to this as well is cutting your piping bag quite small because you want to maintain control. If you cut it too big, it's sort of just going to all gush out. That pink contrasts so well.
Yeah.
Really nice. And then for the center, we're literally just going to squeeze.
More ganache,
the better.
It looks so delicious.
These colors, very good choice.
Yes.
And then I'm just creating a spiral to finish it off like so.
Step 3, how to make the fondant sweet.
To start with, we've got any choice of colour fondant that you would like. We're just going to roll it into a sort of ball and then flatten it slightly. And then we're just going to go in with our rolling pin. And then what I'm going to do is cut a sort of rectangular shape. So this is going to be the sweetie wrapper for the outside. And then I'm just going to roll it into a sort of sweet size. In terms of your favourite sweet growing up or nowadays, what are your top 3? Because I think choosing one is just too difficult.
I would definitely say growing up, my favourite was probably cherry drops, which is, this is making me think of those.
Yes.
Probably rhubarb and custard.
Yes.
And maybe even flumps, but that might be because there are some little flumps on that plate.
Okay.
So I'm a little bit biased there.
I think definitely those are a very good choice. So
make me think of the flavours that you could do with all the fondant as well.
Yeah, you could also, there, definitely. It's a really good idea. So what I'm doing now is just rolling the sweet up in the wrapper, and then we're essentially just making a small sort of pleat at the front. Just one, You can fan it out slightly. And then we're going to do the same on the other side. And that's essentially so cute.
Yeah, lovely little sweetie.
There we go. So we can put that there. These are some that we made earlier. Put that down there. Okay, so we're on to step 4 now, making our giant fondant lollipops.
So we have 3 sort of little mini sausages of fondant. I guess you can use any colours you want, and you basically just want to flatten them out and sort of roll them together. Sort of makes it look a little bit like a flump at first, which I love, but you're sort of just gonna massage and marble all of that fondant into a lovely sort of swirl. I love how the colours of the fondant are swirling together. You could use different themes such as the blue, green and yellow, or red and white, like sort of the other colours we've got sort of going on. And it just, again, will suit the colour of the drip. Okay, so when we reach this stage, you want to basically start sort of snailing it all together, is how I'm going to call it. And just twirling it all together, yeah. Making a little snail of fondant, and you're just going to keep on tightly gripping it round, making sure to sort of softly but firmly stick it together, just so it doesn't fall apart, I guess.
And then just gently inserting it into the base part of your lolly. You want to be quite careful, make sure it's going into the centre. Okay, so step 5 now, assembly. So to do that, Jane is going to bring our almost finished cake over.
Yes, so we have the lovely set cake. It's just been in the fridge to sort of chill and make sure it's all set before we decorate doing anything else. And of course, decoration is the fun bit. So what should we put on the cake?
So I think we could do with maybe a slight border around the side there.
Yeah, so we have some frosting here, which is the buttercream from earlier, and we're just going to pipe on a white coloured one because it's already here, but you could, of course, colour it.
Yeah, you can get creative. You can do like a dual colour or more than 2 colours, and essentially to do that, you would just mix 1 or 2 colours into your piping bag, and then as you sort of pipe out, that's when you get the spiral of different colours, and it looks quite effective. But I think this looks great as well. So it's whatever you'd like, really.
It's just having fun with different nozzles and piping a sort of decoration as you go. You could do little stars, you could do anything you want, really.
Really, definitely.
You can never go wrong with sprinkles, in my idea.
This is it.
I suppose you could do anything you want. Of course, you could do it along the ideas of the flavouring as well. But like, if I did a lemon cake, I'd probably do yellow icing, that sort of thing. I like to match colours and flavours.
I like that as well. The sort of the decoration denotes the flavour. I think it's a nice little idea.
I guess once you've done the buttercream piping and you've done the sprinkles, you can add whatever you fancy at this point. And obviously you have different lollies. You can do different things such as like sprinkles, sweets, flumps, anything you fancy. And you're making it look so easy.
So you can go in with some of the homemade ones that we did earlier. These are some that we made ahead of time, so they've had a bit of time to set up. Then also you can go in with some actual sweets. It's quite fun again, just sort of placing them wherever.
I guess I like the idea of like the different sort of styles of fondant sweets you can make, such little mini donuts or flumps or even the lollies. They're just so pretty. These remind me of my childhood.
No, literally. Surprising that we have any teeth left, to be
honest. I know, I love them.
Sweets.
They're amazing. They're beautiful. So that was a really, really fun way of showing everyone how to make the Funfetti Candyland cake. And as you can see, there are so many different colour themes, ideas, decorations. It's just absolutely amazing. I love it.
It's so satisfying looking at all of these. You can really have fun with it.
Comment down below with how you've got on it, as we definitely want to be able to see.
And subscribe for more recipes, tips and baking joy.